Hey Divine Collective, what's good? I am Remembrance the Oracle and I am back to do another reading for y'all. I hope that y'all are doing well today. I missed y'all. Let's go ahead and get into the vibes, baby Bob. So I was picking up on the energy that you're about to be living in what you once prayed for, okay? The peace that you're about to encounter is breathtaking. Seems you've been searching for it for quite some time. You learned that you had to become this energy, that you had to embody this energy. All the decisions that you have been making have gotten you to this point. Was it easy? No. Was it life-saving? Life-changing? Yes. Okay? So let's go ahead and get into this energy and see if we can get some more details on this, okay? Spirit, what's going on with this energy here for Divine Collective of living in what they once prayed for here? Answered prayers. Hello. What's going on with this energy here, Spirit? What's going on with this energy? So I have, it's okay to feel feelings coming out here. It's okay to feel feelings. Maybe you feel like your feelings used to maybe crowd your ability to be able to think. Maybe your environment made you feel some type of way. Make you feel some type of way. Okay, maybe certain people made you feel some type of way. Maybe for some of you guys, you could have turned to certain things that were not healthy for you, depending on your feelings. There could have been impulse decisions that you would make based on your feelings. I feel like at some point in time, I don't know why I want to say like maybe punishing yourself or, I don't know, because of your feelings. How you felt, how someone else made you feel, or some sort of vibes like that. I feel like some of you guys, like you're starting to realize that your feelings are actually like your superpower. Right? Your intuition, your gut instinct, right? Maybe the fact that there should be a reaction, but what type of reaction should it be? Right? I feel like there's a way in which you started to have depth. You have started to analyze certain situations. What does it require? Does it require me to act this way? Does it require me to act that way? Or does it require me to not react at all? Right? It's funny to me because this drawing kind of reminds me of like icicles. So there could be something particularly here about winter, the cold. I don't know, someone could be born in that season. Okay? But it almost kind of feels like to me, I'm hearing about shutting down. Right? Like if your body gets cold enough, it will shut down on you. So it almost kind of feels like to me, maybe you felt that way at one point in time. There could have been maybe some mental health issues here. Who knows? Depression could be something here too. Just not feeling your best. Okay? But I feel like there's something that's going on with you now where it's like you're alive. You're alive here. You may even also be getting compliments on maybe your energy or how you look. Like, I feel like there's certain people around you that know things have started changing for you. There might even be people asking you like, so what did you do? Or, you know, how did you do this? Or, what else here, Spirit? I have release coming out here. Confirmation. It is. You have released that shit. I feel like you're much lighter. It is. Your energy is way better than what it once was before. And I also feel like this release has a lot to do too with things that you've let go of, maybe in regards to people, in regards to your environment. 144 on this bus that's going by. It says, I'm on the right path to the career I want. So for some of you guys, this is getting ready to be the career you've always wanted. Maybe the love that you've always wanted. Maybe relationships just in general, platonic, that you've always wanted. For some of you guys, I feel like it could be either or for some of you, it's like a variety of these things. I feel like maybe at one point in time, too, some of you guys thought the weight of the world was on your shoulders. For some of you, there could be something here about responsibilities or maybe things that you feel like you shouldn't have had to do, but maybe you feel like you had to step in, or I don't know. This could be taking care of someone. Or some sort of vibes that I kind of feel like I'm getting here too. For some of you guys, maybe feeling like your life was on hold, or it was on pause, or it was on. I feel like some of you guys are maybe stressed or concerned if you'd ever get to where it is that you want it to be. Okay? I have make space for it coming out here. Okay? So I feel like this is partially like an answer to what you were praying for. Right? Again, what I just said, will I be able to do this? Will this happen for me? Will this? I feel like there was still something that God was telling you in regards to make space for it. Continue going for it. Don't stop, or don't give up on yourself, or don't think that just because something isn't right now that it won't be. For some of you guys, I'm hearing selling yourself short. You were selling yourself short. You didn't believe in yourself, or you didn't believe in yourself enough. I feel like for some of you guys, like you thought your problems were bigger than you. The problem is never bigger than you. That's what they want you to fucking believe. I feel like you've done a lot of unlearning and relearning. Adjusting is what something kind of feels like to me here. Yeah, you are. You're growing. At the bottom of the deck here, it says, let it flow, let it grow. Maybe there's also this energy, too, of like, I don't know. I feel like maybe there could have been some pessimism here. For some of you guys, depending on how often you were going through things, maybe some shit felt like it was bad to bad. Or if it's not, you know, this, it's something else. Or maybe you feel like you did get a couple of steps ahead, but then it's like, now something happens and I feel like I'm several steps behind, or whatever the case may be here. What else here, Spirit? Look at this. It doesn't have to be perfect and curiosity coming out here. Okay? So God wanted you to remain curious about these things that you wanted. Maybe for some of you guys, too, what you thought you wanted isn't really what you would have wanted in the long run. Okay? I feel like you felt this way. Like, in order for me to receive, in order for me to have, like, everything has to be perfect, or I have to be perfect, or nothing is ever going to be 100% perfect or right. Right? Like, we know that that doesn't exist. So I don't know, you know, maybe where this belief came from for you. I don't know if it came through like all of the trial and error that you went through, or again, maybe what people were kind of telling you about certain things, or I feel like there was like a moment in time where you just kind of felt down. Okay? The colors pink or yellow can hold significance here. Maybe like a burgundy or an orange. Okay? I'm hearing too, like why me, or there could have been times of comparison here too. You know, you're looking to your left, you're looking to your right. Maybe this person got that going on, or they this or they that. Maybe even asking yourself why certain people are born in certain situations and others aren't, or, you know. But that's where we have to stop comparing too, because you never know somebody's full story. You never know somebody's full story. You never know how they got what they did get. You know? Maybe some people were born into it. Maybe some people, they was out here doing something strange for a piece of change. Maybe some motherfuckers is out here doing shit that's illegal as hell, but they look fly. You know what I mean? So it's like, I kind of feel like when you started to refocus and listen to your higher self, listen to the divine, pace yourself, and let your story be your story, I feel like that's when things started to open up for you too. It's almost like you redirected yourself. Does that make sense? Especially in a space where you start unlearning and relearning. What else here, Spirit? There could be something here about fall too. This leaf on here is making me think about fall. Maybe there's something here about fall or winter. Maybe as far as like a prediction for time. Since I'm hearing like you're about to be living in this. So something here about fall, winter. What else here, Spirit? Yeah, look at this. Reflect. Confirmation. Confirmation. I feel like that's what you have been doing. You have been reflecting. What does the life that I desire require of me? How do I get there? And I think partially, too, for some of you guys, you've learned that authenticity gets you a lot further, too. Especially going back to this energy of feeling feelings. Maybe sometimes you guys try to, like, mask yourself or some shit. I feel like even, too, going into a situation with relationships, being some places longer than you should have been. Off of the strength of you feel like you known this motherfucker for X amount of years, or, you know, thinking that they really maybe rock with you, but they don't, or They got some sort of backhanded ass fucking compliment for you, or like they don't really support you for real. So I feel like you started to have, like, there's something here about a vision too. I don't know, like maybe if you have visions, or I feel like as time went on, you did, like you started to unlock gifts, or you started to trust the gifts that you have. Because I feel like over time, God was showing you things, but it's like almost as if not knowing how to interpret it, or being afraid to make a move on it because like you're uncertain or you're unsure. Or damn, maybe now I might have to walk this right path alone. Because there's going to be times in your spiritual journey where you're lonely as fuck. So maybe some of you guys are like, shit, I don't really want to do that, or I don't want to lose somebody, or I don't want to. That was a part of the fucking like secret recipe to get you to go where you're going. I feel like for some of y'all, depending on who some of these people were, it's like they wanted you to stay in a certain situation too because it made them look better, or made them feel better about where it is that they were. Okay. What else here, Spirit? I have content with what I already have, and anything you want to find is out there somewhere. Okay? So I'm not going to take both of these because I don't want to start filling the table up with too much stuff here. Okay? I'm going to put anything you want to find is out there somewhere back in here since this one came out on top. Content with what I already have. Okay? So I feel like while in the midst of you reflecting on certain things here that are around you or going on within you, you have you. Right? When God created us, designed us, we were already equipped with everything that we were going to need in this life. Everything that lives outside of us, we don't really need this shit. Do I really need these cards? No. Do I really need the latest, freshest clothes? Nah. Do I need, insert whatever the fuck you feel like you need or need it? I feel like somebody in here, like you realize too, like nothing is also everything. There could be something here about the simple life, like somebody, you want to live a simple life. But it's like you want to have a peace of mind. You want to, be able to take care of yourself, your family, if you got that going on. It's like you want to be able to sustain, but also enjoy. And of course, there's always going to be times in life, right? There's duality. Things will be stressful sometimes. Things will be uncertain, unpredictable, abrupt. You're going to go through the emotions of life, right? It's okay to feel feelings. But I feel like now you do more observe versus absorb. And not in a toxic positivity manner, but just in a way where it's like, okay, I'm not going to sulk or feel sorry for myself or take on other people's fucking energy anymore. Or it's like, you know where to cut something off. It's the sort of vibes that I kind of feel like I'm getting here. So it's like nobody can make you feel some type of way. You know you're already equipped now. And that's why you're getting ready to receive everything that you wanted and more. Or like I said, some things you're not even going to get what you wanted because you're going to get better than what you thought that you wanted. What else here, Spirit? There's going to be something about shapes or geometry here. Okay? Maybe somebody, you could be into mathematics, numbers, or something you're studying right now. What else here, Spirit? I have, it is within reach. Confirmation. I'm telling you, I don't know who this reading is for today, baby Bob, but it is within reach. It's around the corner. Shit, you on the block you supposed to be on. Shit, who knows? Maybe some of y'all, you used to be on the fucking block. You're like, this shit is not for me. I don't really want to do this shit. I ain't really wanted to do this shit. But hey, life came at a motherfucker fast. I had to. There could be a guy, obviously this isn't for everybody, but somebody you might like want to go legit or some sort of shit like that. Like, I want to release this path or give this path up because my gut feeling is telling me to move or to get out of this shit now. And somebody, depending on what that is for you, you might have space for it now. Right? Maybe been curious about learning something new here. Reflecting on what you have now. Shit, maybe even for some of y'all, what you've done. Man, maybe that shit that ain't sitting right in your spirit. So it's like, to get to the path of where it is that I want to go now, I know it's within reach. So again, put things where it is that they need to go. Flip a rubber dub, smack it, draw motherfucking two. But whatever this story is for you, or whoever I'm reading for today, again, take what resonates, leave the rest. This may or may not be for you. It's here. What else here, Spirit? What is this? Look at this. Being yourself is sacred. Confirmation. Your authenticity. Something is already in your DNA. I got. Kendrick Lamar can hold significance. You got royalty inside your DNA. Okay. Somebody in here, you have remembered who the fuck you are. That's what it is. Come on now. You have remembered. You're remembering. It's almost like, what is this life if I don't live it for myself? What is this life if I don't come here and complete what I was supposed to do? Realizing why at certain point in times you were stuck in the karmic loop. Hell, realizing why there's karmic energy here to fucking begin with. Everything is about growth. Everything is about journey. Everything is about the lessons. To make you your best self. I feel like for some of you guys, it's like you were trying to create a version of yourself that, again, that you already are. Especially if you can see it, you can feel it, you can taste it, you can hear it. It already exists somewhere, right? Even if we want to talk about time. The shit isn't real. It's a man-made bullshit. And that's why motherfuckers always feel like they're running out of it. I'm running out of time. I'm running out of time. But are you really? Or are you on the path that's been designed for you? You. Not your mama, not your daddy, not your brother, your sister, your cousin, your uncle, your auntie, your friend, your co-worker. No shade, but fuck that. This is your life. And now you're living it for you. What else here, Spirit? I like his car. On the side it said, fuck ice. I know that's right. What else here, Spirit? Thank you. Confirmation, bitch. You already are. You already are. What else came out with this? Notice predictable rhythms and, ooh, a couple flipped over. Get out of your own way, and then also be gentle with yourself coming out here. I feel like this is going to be our last two piles. Something in my spirit is telling me to keep it. Get out of your own way and be gentle with yourself coming out here. So I just told you, you already are. There could be something here about butterflies or particular flowers. Maybe like some sort of like dandelions or daisies or something. For some of you guys, I don't know, like if you walk certain places or there's a certain place that you frequent and maybe there's like flowers growing through a fence or like something that's growing on the side of a building, like vines or whatever it is that they call it, okay? But I feel like that's what you started to take note of, right? Our diagonal row here, reflecting, noticing predictable rhythms. 2, confirmation. Again, going back to the loop. Okay, what have I been noticing? What's not working in my favor? What energies do I keep taking on? For some of y'all, you might have felt like you started living in the twilight zone. Like, why do I feel like I'm having the same day over and over again? Or some sort of shit like that. Or like, why does it feel like I just feel stuck? Or like I'm walking, but I'm not making motion. Or some sort of shit that I kind of feel like I'm getting here. Some of you guys too, I'm hearing about like getting out of the rat race or some sort of vibes here. It's like letting go of the things that just never benefited you. And I feel like too, you start to learn that everything comes back to you, right? Because again, like I said, we can look at everybody else in our life. Do they have an impact? For sure. That we can't negate. But at the end of the day, you have the choice to make. So that's why spirit teams told you to get out of your way. Get out of your way, but be gentle with yourself. And that's why, thank you, spirit, confirmation. Earlier when I said there was something about you punishing yourself or some sort of shit like that. Punishing yourself or feeling down on yourself or, you know, talking down on your fucking self or some shit. Oh, well, you know, maybe it's just not for me. It's not going to happen for me. You know, maybe everyone else, oh, look at me, or whatever the fuck it is that you had going on up here. I feel like for some of you guys, like even too, like certain things sometimes didn't match even what you would tell yourself. I feel like there were times too where you would try to like talk yourself up, but you didn't really believe it or some shit. Like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, or I'm gonna be that, or I'm gonna da 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 da. But you didn't feel that shit. Feel that shit. Feel that shit. There could be something here about house, techno, some sort of shit, okay? But it's like you had to really get into the feeling of it. And I feel like now that you're there, like this can't be taken from you or stripped from you, or maybe even that's the thing for some of you guys, like feeling like things were taken from you. There could be something going on here. Maybe you had some sort of issue with like hoarding. Obviously abandonment, letting certain things go, or you know, this energy of I need to keep it because I'm not gonna have it anymore. I'm not gonna. Like I feel like there's like different type of things here that you were battling with. And I feel like maybe sometimes now, you know, you gotta like check yourself. Check in, check yourself. And it's like, okay, I'm cool. Because once you learn something don't mean that you're not gonna be tested by it. But again, going back to what I was saying earlier, it's about the decisions that you make so that you don't fall back into the loop. What's at the bottom here? I have seek inspiration in unusual places. So what does that tell you? You did something different. That's what it takes. It takes doing something different here. And it's like you're seeing it not with just these eyes, but with your good eye. The one right here. You're seeing it with your good eye, your third eye. For some of you guys, you've had some sort of awakening here. Okay? You are crystallized, no longer calcified up in this motherfucker. So it's like you're on a stairway here. I'm hearing about stairway to heaven. Okay, on a stairway to heaven, heaven on earth. That made me think about Rush Hour 2. Heaven on earth massage parlor. Maybe somebody you could have got a massage most recently or some sort of shit like that. Okay? Well, you create your heaven and hell right here. Maybe for some of y'all, you done learn that shit too. You know, we're always told, you know, you got to do and be all these certain things. Perfect. You got to be perfect to get to fucking heaven. You're supposed to live a life of misery down here trying to make sure everything is perfect and you're doing it right and you're stressing yourself the fuck out so that you can be happy in an afterlife that you can be happy in now. Now, again, you can have whatever belief it is that you want to have. At the end of the day, I know various people with various backgrounds, religion, spirituality, follow me, whatever the case may be. But you can have heaven here. You don't got to wait till the afterlife to get it. Because there's some people in their afterlife that ain't living that life. Or they're reincarnated back into the same fuck shit because they didn't learn from it before. I'm just saying. What else here, Spirit? Come on now. Clarity of mind. Sounding like the truth to me. sounding like it is what it is. So I feel like now that you have a clear picture, only way from here is up. Up, balanced. There could be something about someone's skin, like the skin is clearing up or some sort of shit like that. Clearing up, or there's a glow about yourself. There could also be, I feel like, certain habits here that you have, let go of. What else here, Spirit? Look at this. Staying alive. Staying alive. Shit, ain't that confirmation too? Didn't I say something about that earlier? Living, being alive here. You don't feel as heavy. I think I said something like that before. Who knows? For some of you guys, take what resonates and leave the rest. This could be very specific. But maybe for somebody, you struggle with ooh-a-side, okay? Maybe at one point in time, you just wanted to give the fuck up. Maybe some of y'all wondering why am I even fucking here? If this is what it's going to be like, or if this is what it's going to equate to, or if I just feel like shit isn't going my way ever, or I'm always like losing it, or I'm starting to lose my fucking mind. Maybe some of you, like, you felt like that. Like, you know what? Fuck this. But you know what's crazy to me? I feel like every time you attempted to do it, because I feel like whoever this is, you tried this more than once, and something would happen. You get a phone call. Like, I don't know if somebody called themselves busting in on you or some sort of shit. It's like, whoa, like, what are you doing in here? Or like, I don't know. But it was really a form of protection. And then one more for the plot. Look at this, coming together. So it's like you are meeting yourself at your next timeline. One of your highest timelines here. And it's funny to me, the yin yang symbol is on there. And I was just talking about peace and balance. So it's like your divine masculine and your divine feminine energies here are meeting. For some of you guys, this is where you're going to also meet a soulmate, a lover here. But it's funny to me too that that's like the last card that's coming out in this first deck. Because it's about you first. I feel like sometimes we're always trying to jump to whatever we think will complete us. But again, whoever another person is, they are still outside of you. Even if we want to go to the right, the twin flame, two bodies, one soul, blase, blue, before you can even be with your twin flame, which again, everybody doesn't have, what you got to do? You got to get you right. It always goes back to you. Always. So it's just kind of like, it starts with you. Everything starts with you. Spirit, what is it's okay to feel feelings and release? It's okay to feel feelings and release. It's okay to feel feelings and release. What I want wants me. Energetic match to your heart's desire. Soul purpose, manifest, and attract. Confirmation. You are attracting this. That's what I was saying. You're getting ready to meet your next highest timeline, the next version of yourself. Because it's already you. If it already exists within you, it means it's going to happen for you one way or another. But I feel like you're the one who dictates basically almost like, okay, well, when is it going to happen? Because everything is still in divine timing, right? It's almost like God protecting you so you don't fuck up something for yourself. And sometimes some people's stories, they're meant to fuck certain shit up. Lose it, get it back. That's what I'm saying. You can't go based off of somebody else's blueprint. So whatever this is that you want, it wants you too. There could be something here about June 3rd or March 6th here. Somebody could have been born in the year 63. 1963. But your energy is right where it needs to be. What else here, Spirit? And I feel like as you started to elevate too, even to going back to like maybe certain people, like they weren't a part of this energetic, like this high. I almost want to say this high that you were on. You've met some new people, or you will be. They can't hide what you already know coming out here. I feel like this is going back to the energy of remembering. There's a lot of re-words out here too. Release, reflect. Then I've been channeling remember. Because when you read something, right, it's almost like review, right? Review, edit, double check. So it's funny to me that there's an I on here. An I, okay? Why am I getting like some sort of agent energy or some sort of shit like that? I mean, basically, that's who your karmics are. They're like fucking agents. Somebody could have been born in 92. I feel like you had caught some people up in some fuck shit when it came to you, how they really felt about you, right? It's okay to feel feelings. I feel like people try to disguise things in certain ways, or, you know, trying to be slick with what they said, like, or how they said it. But the thing about you is like I said, you started to be able to read in between the lines or some sort of shit here. Yeah, as you started to heal, your frequency, your vibration going up here, your energy, your energetic match here. And I feel like that's why I feel like for some people it is a genuine question. And then for others, the whole vibe of, well, like, well, how did you do it? And how did you da-da-da? Because some of them knew exactly what the fuck it is that they was doing. You can do good, but just not better than me. Or for some of y'all, some people, I don't want you to do good at all. I want you to stay in the position that it is that you are. So I can always be the one. So I feel like once you started remembering, again, who it is that you are, but then also not lying to yourself about what it is that you're seeing or how you're feeling about a certain situation, because it is what the fuck it is. Now, yeah, sometimes you might have to evaluate, or am I reading this right, or am I da-da-da-da? But I feel like wherever I'm reading for, in whatever case or whatever situation this is that involves you and other people, it was right. Whoever somebody is, they're still watching you too, or some sort of shit. Somebody wants to know if something is going to pan out how you said that it would, or I don't know. Again, maybe seeing you making certain changes in your life and seeing if you're going to stick to that to make this shit happen. Somebody's about to be shocked. Okay? There could be something here about the color purple. Both of these cards have purple words, purple background. Spirit, what is make space for it? Curiosity, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Make space for it, curiosity, it doesn't have to be perfect. What is this clapping at me? I have affliction, delusion, and suffering coming out here. I knew it. I knew it. Somebody could have been born in 86 here, okay? August 6th can hold significance here too. But that's how I felt when I got this pile. Like there were some difficulties here. You were suffering. Felt like you were going the fuck through it. Does this look like somebody who is like enjoying their life or enjoying themselves? Maybe there were times you did want to scream. I feel like there was a lot of anger or rage that was built up inside of you. I do. Maybe for some of you guys, you could have struggled with acting out here. But I think I said something like that earlier, like impulsive or something. But God told you to do what? Still make space for it. Still be curious about this. I just feel like somebody, you felt like your back was like up against the wall. Confirmation. Like my back is up against the wall. I don't know what else to fucking do. I'm tapped out. I'm burnt out. Which is why for some of y'all, you got to this energy over here of staying alive, right? Or this suicide energy that I feel like I'm getting here. Look at this. Dispelling an illusion. But this is what you ended up doing here. Someone could have been born in 96, okay? It's funny because this illusion bubble also looks like a womb to me. Or like a vagina, okay? So there could be something here about a mother in particular. The absence of one. Maybe the fact that a mother was creating an illusion here. Shit, for some of y'all, your mama could have been doing some sort of spell work here to you. To either drive you crazy or because she was feeling a certain type of way, she inflicted her pain onto you. Maybe for some of you guys, you were curious about that. And when it maybe comes to like a mother or just a parent in general or something. Why am I hearing Beyonce? Why don't you love me? Tell me, baby, why don't you love me? I feel like y'all were trying to get somebody to love you who, like, they didn't. And it's crazy because I do feel like, now this could be anybody, but I am getting heavy mother energy, right? Because again, it's like, that's what you would feel like would naturally happen. Like, you know, like, this is my mom, right? And all women are not naturally nurturing. They're just not. But it's like, I feel like that's what we as a society think. And then it's like, you kind of assume it because, like, okay, well, my mom had me. But there's some sort of, like, situation or circumstances or something like that where I feel like, again, a mother was going through this affliction and this suffering, which is an excuse, but it was like it was projected onto you. So whoever the fuck this mom is, no mom is perfect. But whoever the fuck this mom is, it definitely isn't giving like, yeah, I'm going to drop you off at soccer practice and, you know, I'll be there to get you. I feel like you always felt like left out or left behind or some sort of shit in one way or another. In whatever way, even if this isn't a mom for you. Like just left behind, stuck. But I feel like somebody's like, well, you know what? You got to a point where this isn't it for me. It's just like a part of my story. Someone's mom could be kind of young too or close to you in age or some sort of shit. Somebody, like a parent, like your mom could have had you when she was young or some shit. Like it's giving like teen mom or some sort of shit. Something. Spirit, what is reflect and content with what I already have? Reflect and content with what I already have. What is this? I have reap what you sow coming out here. Okay, somebody could have had some grapes most recently here. Okay, there could be something here about the number 8. 888. Maybe you could be seeing that synchronicity a lot. Okay. So I do. 8 has to do with abundance, but again, it also has to do with what? The karmic loop. I feel like a lot of people who talk some sort of shit to you too, they're about to have to watch you enjoy your life. That's one thing that I feel like I'm getting here. There could be something here about soil. I don't know, somebody you've been in a garden most recently, you planted something. Maybe you started to become more acquainted with plants or nature or some sort of vibes that I feel like I'm getting here. Maybe you're eating more fruit too, or something could be more plant-based, or maybe you went plant-based or some sort of shit like that. Maybe fasting could have also been something that's gotten you to this point. All right, again, going back to helping you increase your vibrations here. Creating this clarity of mind for yourself. I feel like you started doing things like you weren't really familiar with. But it boosted your energy. There could have been like a lot of studying here. Studying. I feel like it was two things. I feel like one part of it was studying. And then I feel like the other part of it was what you already know. There could be something here about quieting the mind to get there. Meditation. Meditation can look different too. Because all meditation isn't going to just be, you know, sitting down with your legs crossed, om, all the time too, you know? So, I do. That's why I'm like, all of the decisions that you've been making and all these things that it is that you've been doing for quite some time now, that's why the seed is getting ready to grow here. Or the abundance is coming in, the fruitfulness is coming in. What else here, Spirit? This reading might be a little longer today. It says, take a step back, withdraw and evaluate, reflect, gain a new perspective, and pause coming out here. So yeah, the amount of time that you spent reflecting on yourself and your past, somebody, you could have a puppy or a dog or something like that, or maybe like you've been wanting one. So it seems like you could have one in this new timeline, okay? There could be something here about 1010. On here we have 8696 in the second pile. This pile we have 8070. So there could be something here about 1010. I feel like that's also more confirmation too. Sometimes you feeling like you got ahead just to fall behind, right? Because 86 to 96 is an increase. 80 to 70 is a decrease. So I feel like you've been through like a lot of shit. It's what something kind of feels like to me in one way or another. I feel like somebody has also kind of been wondering what is up with you, or where have you been? Because withdrawal is sticking out to me. I feel like isolation has done you good. That's what it feels like to me. For some of you guys, maybe somebody is taking something kind of personally though. Whereas I feel like for some of you, with some people, it might not be personal. But then for others, like other people, it is. Like I feel like for some people, they can expect to like not hear from your ass ever the fuck again. And then I feel like for some others, it's like, you probably talk to them again. But even with that, like the relationship just might not be the same anymore because you're not the same. I feel like certain people might try to come back around and hang out with you, or, you know, have a relationship that they had with you once before, but it's not going to resonate the same anymore. Spirit, what is it is within reach and being yourself is sacred. Yeah, look at this. I have the ravens coming out here. Your spirit team is all around you, honey. Your ancestors, messengers here. Your spirit world. And it's funny, on this card it says magic. Number 5 is here. You could be seeing 555 changes. From chaos to changes, but positive changes. It's almost maybe sometimes felt like going to war or some sort of shit. I feel like I want to say here. There could be something here about a house or a home that's within reach here too. Okay? Maybe having a space to call your own. There could be an energy of safety that I feel like I'm pulling on here too. But I feel like you've been receiving downloads. Even too, going back to the color purple up here, because the grapes are purple, right? Take a step back is in purple. So I feel like you're getting certain signs here. So 888, 555. Again, your feelings or your gut instincts. Pay attention to all of that, because it's guiding you right where it is that you need to be. I feel like there's something about your energy that's ancient too. Like you've been here before. You could sometimes feel like an old soul or something, but I feel like, I don't know why I almost want to say to crack the code. It's like you're cracking a code or something. You might even do codes, like wealth codes or some sort of shit like that. Yeah, remember I was talking about geometry and mathematics and I'm hearing about the meta netter. What's this? I have make a wish. Look at this. Manifest dreams to reality. Look out for a rainbow too. There's something here about a rainbow. You could be working with candles or something. Somebody could have been born in 82. Yeah, shit is coming into alignment. There could be something here about the moon and the stars. You could do like candle gazing or gazing, sun gazing or something like that too. It is. It's like you're activating your light codes or some shit here. You're activating. You've been activated, man. You've been fucking activated. Spirit, what is you are already ready and notice predictable rhythms. You're activated in this code. What is this? Elimination of evil coming out here. Sure is. Release in our diagonal road to elimination of evil. Oh yeah. Somebody born in 94. Somebody, you could definitely be like a 90s kid. Like you were born in the late 80s or like the 90s or something. And then for some of you guys too, I'm kind of getting a sprinkling of like the mid 60s. So anybody in this read, like maybe born somewhere between the mid 60s to the 90s or something. Which I mean technically would kind of make sense. Somebody you could carry like an evil eye pendant around with you. Maybe you could be saging here. There's definitely something here about these candles though. The predictable rhythms was the evil. For some of you guys, you remember I was talking about visions, like visions or even like just predictions, right? Predictions. You could predict something, dream something, and then it end up happening, and then you'd, again, going back to maybe this punishment energy, punish yourself for not doing what you felt like you should have. So that's why I'm like, something is more like clockwork for you now. If you feel like it's a no, it's a no. If it should be a yeah, I'm going to say yeah. If I'm not sure, I'm going to say I'm not sure. Maybe do some more research on it. If I'm still confused, it's a hell no. Like, there's something that's going on here. I feel like you're more selfish now. And it's a good thing. I really do. It's like you are your top priority. You come first. Because at the end of the day, doing things, for other people or they're involved in one way or another, you can't help somebody else till you help yourself first. A lot of times that's where we fuck ourselves up at. Yeah, there's certain, situations where it's like, okay, you kind of pivot or, I'll give somebody a helping hand or, but I feel like when it starts to impact your path and your ability to grow and sometimes you gotta let other people figure their shit out too. It's like motherfuckers be wanting you to come in and save the day for them sometimes. It's like, shit, bitch, I'm trying to get my shit together. Like, I'm just saying. I also feel like if you ever felt like something was riding your back here, with this evil energy coming out, it's gone. Especially for whoever it is that I was picking up earlier, again, maybe specific, not all of you, where it's like there's something here about you wanting to like turn your life around or change your life. There could be something here about the street life or, gang life or, whatever the case may be here. Or whatever it is that you've been doing. What else here, Spirit? I have balance your emotions coming out here. Yeah, confirmation. I was talking about balance earlier with this yin yang. Whoever I'm reading for today, your emotions are your superpower. They just are. It's like you can read your emotions now. You know when it's indifference. You know when it's anger. You know when it's happiness. You know when it's confusion. You know when it's maybe I should take a step back. You know when it's somebody trying to create an illusion. You know when you feel like, am I suffering? How is this making me? It's like, it is. It's something about the check-in or checking with self here. Yeah, I told you. What does that say in the center? Third eye. You go within now. It's your compass. There could be something about the 14th here. For some of you guys, you could have had a massive like life change around this age or something. Or something could have happened that threw you completely off balance or something. But you know what? That's funny to me. Because remember I was talking about the mom here too. In this vertical row, 14. Somebody could have had you at like 14 or some shit. Spirit, what is get out of your own way and be gentle with yourself? Get out of your own way and be gentle with yourself. What's this? Falling on the floor. Look at this. Infinite mask coming out here. Confirmation. Remember earlier I told you you would wear a mask. You would wear a mask. There could be something about the number 53. Maybe someone could be 53. May 3rd, March 5th. But you did. It was like going along to get along. Or, you know, I feel like sometimes too, and not that it's everyone's business, but, you know, maybe sometimes just trying to like make something seem like it's way better than what it is. But you're on the brink of like exhaustion, burnout. Like I said, for some of you guys wanting to take your own life here. Like just, and sometimes, you know, it's considered just you're lying to yourself too. If you can't be truthful with anybody, you got to be truthful with yourself. So I do. I feel like there was this energy at one point in time where there was like avoidance that was happening here. Avoidance, coping, trying to block the feelings or block the pain or block the, because you felt like you didn't have the perfect circumstances. I have Dreamweaver coming out here. Lucid dreams create your own reality. It is. Confirmation. Somebody in here, you have dreams too. Somebody could have been born in 1990. Somebody, you have dreams too. So I do. I feel like today I'm speaking to the dreamers. Okay? The dreamers, the feelers. You're getting ready to escape this shit. I don't know if somebody's mom is passed or something like that, or something. Somebody's mom could have. Somebody's mom could have passed away or something, or, and it was kind of like, I don't know. It was like dealing with the pain of how you were treated, and then also like grief or something. So it's like you still loved your mom or something, but something with that. What else here, Spirit? I have Magic of the Nymphs coming out here. Magic of the Nymphs. Coming out here on the back end. Yeah, there is. There's going to be some sort of lover that you're going to be coming together with. Or some shit eventually. There's going to be something about the 17th. You might meet someone on the 17th here. It's funny to me, she has butterfly wings behind her. And then on this You Already Are card, there's a butterfly here too. You already are. There could be something here about a twin flame connection or some sort of shit. Maybe somebody, if you feel like you've already, you know, met your twin flame or something, you and this person could be coming back together too. Like both of you guys have been doing your own work here and you're getting ready to come back to each other. Somebody too, you could be like abstinent right now, or you just haven't been interested in sex, or it hasn't been at like the top of your list or something. Like you've been creating in other ways or something like that. What else here, Spirit? I have energy shift coming out here. Yeah. Clearly we know you're going through an energy shift. Somebody could be 37. There could be a masculine energy here. I don't know why I just heard, yeah, I ain't busted no nuts. Why did I just hear? Y'all know I'm going to tell y'all everything. Like somebody you could be like practicing semen retention or some sort of shit that I'm getting. What else here, Spirit? Look at this. Light a candle. I knew you were doing something with candles. Somebody like is doing candle work or something like that. Somebody, you could be 28, or there could be something about the 28. And then one more for the plot. I have energetic grounding. So somebody, you could go to a park. Somebody could have been born in 84. And then it's so funny. You see she's meditating. It's confirmation. I spoke about meditation. So I do. I feel like you guys are getting back to your roots. There's definitely something here I feel like about the chakras. Because I got third eye. I feel like with the down low energy, right? Your crown chakra. And then like your base or your root. So maybe for some of you guys too, like those are chakra centers that you needed to work on. Or you've literally worked your way from your root to your crown. Okay? Let's see. Let's go ahead and go into our tarot. I was going to do an interlude, but I feel like it's taking me a little bit longer. And I got to get dressed so I can head out. Let's see. Let me get like 2. Because usually for the interlude, I usually do like 6 cards. But let's do 3. Let's draw 2 and then see what's on the bottom. Spirit, can you give me 3 cards for the interlude here? Let's get 3 cards real quick for the interlude. What is this? I have the Witch. I wasn't always like this, you know. I had to create who I am. Look at that. Come on now. So you have created who you are. There could be something here in particular about coffee or tea here. Okay, somebody could be 41. Somebody, you could have curly hair, or it's kind of almost like a bob sort of energy or some shit like that. Somebody, you could smoke, like maybe a little herbal. And it's giving me the vibe of like, it could be, you know, tree, or it could, you know, you got your roses, your Damiana, your mugwort, or some sort of shit going on in there. So yeah, somebody, maybe you are. You could be a witch, wizard, root worker, whatever the case may be. I feel like there's also something about you taking power into your own hands. Right? Realizing that you are a god or a goddess too. Ye are gods, you know. I know somebody's gonna have something to say about that. You aren't. Keep it to yourself, bitch. I don't give a fuck. What else here, Spirit? Maybe for some of you guys too, even like when it comes to like praying or something, you even switched up how you pray or something like that. Like it doesn't come so much from the aspect of asking, but more of the aspect of making the statement, or even like affirming it, but then also embodying it. What else here, Spirit? I have the Voyager. Return home. Lessons and realizations. It's okay to forget and then remember all over again. Confirmation. I told you that you were remembering who you are. Come on now, Spirit. That's the 411. 41 and then 10 on this card. Confirmation. I said there was something about the number 10 too. But that's the 411. Someone is trying to get the 411 on you. It's funny to me, on this card, there's 2 sets of eyes. Ones that are closed and ones that are open. So I do feel like there is somebody who's kind of floating around in this reading, who's like maybe trying to pretend like they're not focused on you, but they are. And I do feel like I said, I do feel like this is someone that you've released or that you're not, like, you know, fucking with anymore. Okay? But you are. You're stepping out. It's like you're not afraid anymore. You return to yourself, to your home. You remember who it is that you are. You're taking these lessons. You're having a ton of realizations here. Okay? And then at the bottom here, that's the fucking truth. That is the fucking truth here. Someone could be 37. Don't we have 37 out here already? Yeah. So 2 37s here, okay? And that's funny because 37 is what? 10. Look out for 1010. 1010, 888, 555. Okay? It says, what does it say? Will always, that which is true will always be enough. So you are enough. Maybe some of you guys, you struggle with that. But down here it says Empress. So you're an Empress, so you're an Emperor here. You know how to honor yourself now. There could be something about two-tone colored hair. Like maybe one half could be one color, the other half could be one. Or I don't know if you have like that patch of like blonde hair right here or some sort of vibes that's going on. Okay. There could be something here about cat eye, like eyeliner or like lashes or something that you have or some sort of vibes like that. Okay? But whoever this reading is for, this is the truth. This is the truth. You are the truth. You have learned the truth about yourself, what's going on around you. Hell, that this parent was going through it. They're a person too, but I'm not going to continue to let you affect my life and, you know, certain people. And it's like all of this shit had a reason to happen. Nothing was by happenstance. Nothing happened by coincidence. You were meant to meet all of these people, come across all of these different lessons and these times in your life. Spirit, what is it's okay to feel feelings, release. What I want wants me, and they can't hide what you already know. It's okay to feel feelings, release. What I want wants me, and they can't hide what you already know. Yeah, I have the Hangman coming out here, Pisces. So it's like, I feel like in this energy where you felt stuck, right? It's like, okay, well, why do I feel stuck? And right in that question, that's when your perspective changed. That's what it almost kind of feels like to me. Because at one point in time, you weren't searching for the answers. You were just there. And that's where the Hangman stays. The Hangman stays there until they have a realization. Which is why there's usually a light around his head on the card. But it's so funny to me, what's on this card? A snake, right? And snakes obviously have pros and cons here. I feel like in one way it represents you because you had to shed, right? To shed is to release. It's funny, there could be something about your skin. Remember I said that earlier, like somebody's skin is clearing up. Confirmation. Like your like acne, or you could even have like body acne or some sort of shit or something. But somebody is tuned the fuck in. I told you something about these eyes. Look at his eyes. They're like, okay. Who knows? Somebody could have larger eyes in particular or some sort of eyes. But somebody's still definitely paying attention to you. Some sort of snake here. I have the Queen of Pentacles coming out here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy coming out. It's funny to me because the Queen of Pentacles is a mom. Considering this horizontal row in the center, we have a mom. So I do feel like for some of you guys, there is something here about a mother. But I feel like this Queen of Pentacles in this pile more so represents you. Maybe even feeling financially stuck, right? Or feeling like, man, I don't have what I need to get to this next timeline or to this next level or to this next. But there was some sort of shift that took place here, right? Earth energy, grounding energy. It's funny to me, I'm hearing about snapback because there's an alligator here at the bottom. And it's funny to me that the alligator is looking in the direction of the snake. There might have been some sort of way in which you clap back at someone, clap back at somebody, or a response that you gave someone. Maybe that they weren't expecting. Which I also feel like was like a first inclination of growth here, or some sort of vibes like that. I have the Seven of Swords, No, the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have the 6 of Swords coming out here. It is. It's funny to me. I can't think of old girl's name here, but she's here with the cat. Somebody could have a cat, but I feel like somebody was expecting you to continue to play along or some shit. There's definitely somebody here who thought that they were better than you. And I feel like they wanted you to keep that belief or something. Keep that belief, just keep certain beliefs in general here. It could have been a feminine energy too, since there's 2 women here on these cards. Definitely making you feel like you're not of value. It's the sort of vibes that I feel like I'm getting here. It's like, you just be a good boy, right? She's stroking the cat's head and shit here. You be a good boy, you be a good girl. You know, you believe this, or you take on this energy. Going back to this energy of fucking projection. But I feel like you kind of always knew something didn't feel right within you or within your spirit here. I feel like it got to a point where it's like, this is not where I'm supposed to be. I'm not supposed to be here in this home or around these people or having these thoughts. There could be something here about spiritual baths too. What is this? Yeah, look at this. I have the Empress coming out here. Somebody's mom is definitely, like, to me, sticking out in this reading. Taurus, Libra. For sure, for sure. But this is where you're headed to. The 6 of Swords to the fucking Empress. The Queen of Coins. The 6 of Swords and the Empress. Somebody, you're graduating, honey, into your best fucking version. Because you had a change. Many changes. And now that you know who you are, can't nobody remove you, stop you, none of that. There could be something here about mirror work too. Spirit, what does make space for it? It doesn't have to be perfect. Curiosity, suffering and affliction, and dispelling an illusion. Make space for it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Curiosity, suffering, dispelling an illusion. So I have a Queen of Wands coming out here. We definitely got quite a few people on the table already. That's already 3 people coming out. Aries, Leo, Sag energy. So yeah, somebody did not fuck with you. Whoever this Queen of Wands energy is, like I said, I do feel like it's a mother, but you guys reverse the roles if you kind of feel like you need to. But it's so funny to me, because remember I was saying, I feel like somebody was doing some sort of spell work. They were. Dispelling an illusion to the Queen of Wands. Come on now. Somebody was definitely involved in some dark shit. They were talk about space. They were in outer space somewhere. Somebody was like, they were gone. They were. Like, you was sitting up here trying to figure out what the fuck was wrong with this person. They was gone in the fucking head. They were. And that's why they were projecting all of that shit onto you. Look at this shit. I got the Queen of Swords coming out here too. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Somebody was cold. There could have been somebody else who was hanging around like this mom. This could have been like a best friend or an aunt or some sort of shit, or like a sister or some sort of shit like that. Almost like they were one and the same or something. But you know what? I feel like that's why you started to kind of go cold for a period of time. This could represent the same person. And you know what? It could have been confusing to you too. Because it's making me think about hot and cold, right? Because again, fire and air are opposite, but they're also complementary of each other. So maybe like some days you felt like this mom or whoever was like they were cool. Like maybe y'all had some cool days. And that would maybe shock you. Like they being real nice today, or like, I don't know. And then there would just be those days where it's like, I need to get the fuck out of here. I don't want to argue with you, or I don't want to like something. And I feel like this is when this person would like go in on you or some sort of shit like that. There could have been some sort of abuse here or some sort of shit like that. I don't know if somebody like wanted to kick you out, or you felt like running away or some sort of shit that I feel like I'm picking up here or something. But somebody, they were always like writing something. Writing something. There could have been things in your food sometimes. Or some shit. What is this? I have the Knight of Cups coming out here. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. Golly. I feel like that represents you, though. I'm like, that makes 3 people right there. But I feel like that's confirmation of what I just said. Like, some days someone will be cold towards you or upset at you, and then they will come at you with love. But that was few, far, and in between, considering the court cards that are here. Because the Knight is not as significant as the Queen is. But I also feel like this Knight of Cups kind of represents you. And it's funny to me, we have 14 here with the Knight of Cups. Generally, for me, like, pages are like children, but like young children. And then I'll see Knights as like either like teenagers or young adults here. I feel like you were always trying to show or prove yourself to someone here. Because, right, you see how he's showing off his muscles and he's smiling and shit. I feel like this also has to do with the mask. For some of you guys, maybe people, too, also didn't know what was going on at home with you. And this was a way to try to help you fill your void, too. Or some sort of shit. What is this? I have true love coming out here. The Lovers, Gemini energy. So I do kind of feel like for some of you guys, like I said, going into this new timeline, I do feel like you are getting ready to meet a true love. A true love or a twin flame, or you're going to come back into union with one, or some sort of shit like that, okay? But I feel like for some of you guys, whatever was going on, like with your parent or mother here, or some sort of shit like that, I feel like it has something to do with, like, someone being born, like having a child as a teenager, or some sort of shit like that. I feel like somebody thought that maybe someone would be here or be around to help take care of you together. I feel like whoever this other person was, father or some sort of shit like that, somebody could have been more childish, or they weren't willing to help. Or maybe they were there in the beginning, but they ended up leaving, or some sort of shit like that. That's what something almost kind of feels like to me. Like somebody thought someone was going to be with them forever or something. Be with them forever or marry them or some sort of shit like that. Or like, we'll figure it out or something. And I feel like whoever this mother is, she herself felt like she was under an illusion or some sort of shit like that. Got cut off, or maybe someone found another woman, since we have 2 queens coming out here, okay? And I feel like she just spent majority of her fucking life projecting onto you. That's what something feels like to me here. I have the 6 of Wands coming out here. So I feel like there's something that's going on with someone else that's like a father or something was giving attention to. Or something, giving attention to, maybe even went off, had like more kids with that person, or looked like they were having a better life or some sort of shit. Something. Look at this. I have Justice coming out here. Yeah, somebody, like whoever this mom is, it almost feels like to me feeling like justice wasn't served. And now I'm stuck in a certain situation or some sort of shit like that. And now this person wanting to make your life like a living fucking hell or something. That's what something kind of feels like to me. So I feel like now that you've dispelled the illusion, you realize who this parent is, what was going on with them, and blase, blase, blue. It's almost like it is what it is now. I feel like you're coming to terms with exactly what that is, and you're moving on. Spirit, what is reflect? Content with what I have, what I already have. Reap what you sow and take a step back. Reflect, content with what I already have. Reap what you sow and take a step back. So I have the Ace of Cups coming out here. Yeah, there is. There's some sort of new love coming your way. Maybe at one point in time you kind of felt like, I don't know, maybe watching your parents or like, like that's not the type of love I want. Or something. Like that's what something kind of feels like to me. Or maybe in whatever ways you feel like love, in quotation marks, was extended to you, wasn't really what it was. Maybe for some of you guys, like you kind of feel like you've never experienced love. So it's almost like kind of like, well, what is it? What is it? What does it look like? And I feel like you've also learned that through learning how to love yourself. Right? In this isolation period. I have the 9 of Swords coming out here. Okay? So I do. I feel like every time you kind of felt like you were getting into the energy of, so this is love. You have like this realization here, this realization that this wasn't really it, or some sort of shit. This really isn't it. I don't know why I feel this way. Right? If this is love, why do I feel anxious about it? Or why is it making me stressed out? Or why is it making me... Yeah, somebody's definitely getting ready to reap what they've sown with you. That's why I'm like, it could be this mother, it could be an old lover, old friends, whatever the case may be here. But I feel like I'm hearing about recollection too. I feel like when this new lover comes in, whether they're a twin flame to you or not, I feel like you're carrying these lessons with you, right? So that when certain things take place or that they happen, or you have that feeling, it's like you know what to do. I don't know any better way to like explain it. It's like you know what to do now that you know everything exists within you. What is this? I have the 6 of Wands coming out here. Like going forward, you're going to have successful relationships. Look at this. I have the Ace of Wands coming out here. Yeah, confirmation. Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups coming out here. Most definitely. I feel like someone's going to know like not to play with you. But I feel like too, it's also because whoever this person is, they don't play about themselves. It's like, what is it like do unto others as you would do unto yourself or treat, you know what I'm saying? That's what something kind of feels like to me here. So whoever this person is that's coming in, or new friendships, or new whatever the case may be, it's like you guys are on the same wavelength. Same wavelength, same frequency. I feel like while you were seeking like, okay, what does this look like, or what is it supposed to be? I feel like you also like created it for yourself. Because again, going back to the energy of everyone being different, right? Maybe what you might view as love, somebody else wouldn't, or whatever the case may be. I also feel like there's going to be something here about like conversations that are going to be had between you and this particular individual. Y'all are definitely going to have the hots for each other though. Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, honey. Ooh. And it's definitely giving me the vibe here with the 9 of Swords. I do. I feel like somebody you have been, like, either you just been abstaining, or, like I said, somebody's practicing semen retention or some sort of shit like that. But it ain't going to be for too much longer. Oh, yeah, confirmation. It ain't going to be for too much fucking longer coming out here. I have the 8 of Cups coming out. It ain't going to be for too much longer. Somebody, you're getting ready to walk away from that, or now that you're finding, like, the right person or something. Spirit, what is it is within reach? Being yourself is sacred. The Ravens and Make a Wish, dreams to reality. It is within reach. Being yourself is sacred. The Ravens, dreams to reality. I have the 3 of Coins coming out here. Oh yeah, there's a lot of teamwork happening behind the scenes. Your spirit team is working on your behalf here. I definitely feel like you've broken some sort of generational curses here too. Especially considering the DNA strand is here, okay? I have the 7 of Swords coming out here. And then I also have the Ace of Swords coming out here. There could be something here about the clock striking 12. Or the energy of a new day, right? 12 o'clock, midnight starts a new day here. Some of you guys, you might literally wake up one day here in the fall or in the winter, and it literally feels like you jumped a timeline. That's what this shit feels like to me. You jumped a timeline here. The 7 of Swords to me is kind of giving me self-sabotage. I feel like that's another thing that's sticking out here that you've worked on. And I feel like that has to do with this getting out of your own way energy in this horizontal row. Right? Because again, we have all of these certain situations and factors in our life and people. But at the end of the day, it all goes back to ourselves. So I do. With the Ace of Swords coming out here, you have 3 aces on the table. You can't tell me that this isn't something that new that's coming in for you. A new timeline is coming in for you here. You can't tell me that. Okay? So I feel like all this work that you put in, there's something here about you working through that. You're not going to self-sabotage something here anymore. What else here, Spirit? What is this? Yeah, look at this. I have the King of Pentacles coming out here. There goes a match. We already have the Queen up here in the same vertical row. I do. I feel like this is union of self. This is union for some of you guys with another lover here. And you know what else I feel like this is? Going back to this vertical row just in fucking general of the person who thought that they were better than you. Whoever this person is and you thought that they were on your team, they never were with the 7 of Swords coming out here. And that's the fucking truth. But look who's getting fucking justice now. Spirit, what as you already are, notice predictable rhythms, elimination of evil, and balance your emotion. They never were. So I have the 4 of Cups coming out here in the reverse here. Okay? So there's something here that you don't have to think about anymore. Or there's something that you're not rejecting. You're not rejecting the predictable rhythms here anymore. Again, Cups is what? Feelings, feelings, feelings. It's okay to feel feelings in our diagonal row. You're not rejecting your feelings anymore. It's funny because this is hook, right? You see you got this little hook hand here. It's like that aha moment. Or when you feel like you're being reeled into something. There's something about investigating. I feel like I'm getting here. You investigating the energy. Yeah, it's like you're not being foolish or walking off of the cliff anymore. Aries energy. There could be sometimes here, maybe sometimes you're feeling like you got the angel over here and the devil over here. Confirmation. Remember I said something riding your back here. The elimination of evil. Somebody here wants you to still be a fool. I feel like whoever a particular person is, a karmic is, these certain entities out here and shit, entities that you've broken off of your bloodline, the generational curses, it's like somebody still wants you to be a fool and not protect yourself or walk off of the ledge or walk off of the, but again, you're noticing it now. You don't get like flustered anymore, get impulsive, just react anymore. It's like somebody wants you to actually reject a new beginning here, but you're not doing that. I have the Page of Wands coming out here. Somebody could call themselves having a little helper or some shit. Aries, Leo, Sag. I can't think of this parrot's name, but you know, he worked with Jafar. So it is. There could be like this, even to like trying to send in something to persuade you or put the rose-colored lenses back on your eyes here or some sort of shit. There could be this energy of like trying to set you up or make you make a different decision or some sort of shit here. Yeah, look at this. I have the World coming out here. Look at this thing. I can't remember who this is. Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio energy coming out here with the World. It's like somebody wants you to turn back to your old ways or turn back to the world here. They want you to close out of this idea or close this portal to this new timeline here, to this new beginning with the Fool coming out by acting a fucking fool or fooling yourself. There's a trickster energy here. It's some sort of evil, devilish trickster energy here that wants you to cooperate with an old timeline or an old schedule here. Sorry, not happening. Ew. Spirit, what is get out of your own way? Be gentle with yourself. Infinite Math and Dream Weaver. Get out of your own way. Be gentle with yourself. Infinite Mass and Dreamweaver. Not fucking happening, honey. I have the Queen of Cups coming out here in the reverse. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. Okay? So I feel like this was you at one point, to be honest. Again, Queen of Cups is also a mother. So, like I said, I do feel like there's definitely something going on with a mom here. Okay? I feel like a mom taught you how to get in your own way. Or again, some sort of spell work or some sort of shit like that. But, this obviously is going back to the energy of feeling feelings. It just is. They used to be all over the fucking place. You were not emotionally well. You just weren't. I don't know any other way to say that. And it's funny to me because we have all three queens here, including the Empress. So even with that, right, that already tells you what? Going back to you already are. You've already had all these things that have existed inside of you, but it was your feelings or your emotions that kind of had you all over the place. It's like getting this right gets you to everything else it is that you need. But it's like you had to stop playing yourself. Even to maybe stop protecting a mother or some shit. And let the truth be known. Ace of Swords here. I have the Knight of Pentacles coming out here. It is so funny. You see the guy on the bike and then there's like this bassinet behind him. There is. There's something here about a father or something. Some sort of father. Somebody's dad left or some shit. Or something here. And it's like everything after that was like it was your fucking fault or some shit. Something. I do feel like with the Knight of Pentacles coming out here, it has taken some time, obviously, to get to where you are, to learn all of these different things here. I have the Knight of Wands coming out here, Aries, Leo, Sag, Justice. And there goes the last ace, the Ace of Pentacles. You have all four aces out here, man. It's your fucking time, Divine Collective. I don't know who this reading is for, but it's your time. Whereas one point in time, it felt like things were not moving or you were stuck or you're about to take the fuck off. This is your justice. This is your moment. Receive this. Ace of Cups, Ace of Coins, Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords. You are now in the season of receiving. I don't know what else to say here. Yeah, look at this. Hierophant. God has always seen you. God has always had you. But it's been about learning these lessons. Finding the predictable rhythms. Learning the loops. What it is, what it ain't. That's what this whole reading has been about. And having to accept that maybe sometimes the people in our lives too, that we love so much or cherish so much, or, you know, they just don't feel the same way about us. Some of them try to hide it. Some of them it's right in our faces. Some of them be doing spell work to you. Some of them be... And I do feel like it was like a wake-up call or a realization. Let's see who's resonating with this read, honey. Let's see who's resonating with this read. This was a long one. Who's resonating here, Spirit? I have Big Cap coming out here. Who else? I have Cancer. Hey, Cancer. Somebody could be like Capricorn, Cancer, North Node or South Node or something. Definitely something going on with parents here. Capricorn is the father. Cancer is the mother. That played a role in this reading for sure. Who is this? Damn, I have another Cancer coming out. Bad to bad. Who else here? I have Taurus coming out here. Okay, earth signs are taking the lead. Look at that. It says personal growth at the top of that. Yep, that's how I feel. 14 is on this card again. There it is. There's something about somebody being 14. Damn, I have another Capricorn coming out here. Hold on. Who else here, Spirit? I got Big Sag coming out for the fire signs. Who else here, Spirit? I have Leo coming out. Okay, fire signs said they're coming to compete. What you, Earth? What you thought? Who else here? Damn, I got Aries coming out. Fire signs squad. I do. Something's getting ready to speed up for you guys. Dang, I got Scorpio coming out. What they do? Scorpio, Scorp. I have another Taurus coming out. Who's our honorable mention? Damn. I got another Leo coming out. Damn. I got another Sag coming out. And then I have Virgo coming out here. Okay, Earth signs squad. So we got heavy on the Capricorn, heavy on the Cancer, heavy on the Taurus, heavy on the Sag, heavy on the Leo. That's funny. The first 5 signs here, we were talking about 5 as a synchronicity. Aries, Scorpio, honorable mention here is Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node, South Node. That's funny to me. A truck just went by that said Blue Raven. We have ravens here. Look out for a raven or raven symbolism or some sort of shit like that. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node. Neptune, pay attention to dreams here. 2, confirmation. Pay attention to your dreams. Pluto. And I think that's it. I'm going to say Mars too. Okay? So I love you guys so much. Thank y'all for being here with me. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Hype your girl up if you feel called. And I will most definitely see y'all in the next one. Peace.